Welcome to the Voices of Reason. I'm your host, The Yard, and today we have a very special guest. His name is Nyok Kuoiloi.
Yes.
How you doing today?
I'm good, thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, first of all, thank you for welcoming me this morning.
You're welcome. No problem. No problem.
And I love this community, and that is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm running for Metropolitan Community College Board of Governors.
Board of Governors?
Yes, from District 2, which encompasses northeast of Douglas County, to southern boundary being the Dodger Street.
Okay.
Yes.
So what are the main goals of running for the Board of Governors?
Well, I'm running to maintain the current tax levy in order to keep the benefit afforded to students, keep the curriculum robust, and encourage the arts.
Okay.
Yes.
So what studies have you been doing in the past to lead you to your current situation?
Well, I'm a product of public school.
Okay.
I went to Penn State, and that is my hometown. I'm from Pennsylvania, by the way.
Okay.
I came here to this city about 2 years ago, and I came.
Long ways from home.
Oh yes, yes. I graduated with my political science. That was back in 2012.
2012.
Yes, my undergraduate degree. Then I left this Penn State University to went to private university called Gannon University.
Okay.
Just like Creighton outside. And I went there and get my master's in public administration, concentration in organizational leadership.
Okay.
So, and when I came to City of Omaha, I came to serve as an America visitor through OPS, Omaha Public School.
Okay.
And Omaha Public School has opened my eyes. The work I have done there have built me to become a better person personally, and have shown me what the community is. And over the years, living here in Omaha, it has given me the appetite to do what is good. And that service has emboldened me working with young people. And that is, young people have exquisite talent, and that talent need to be honest, so that our future should be brighter. And that is why I'm doing what I'm doing, to be able to. I have done this for the last 10 years. Back in Pennsylvania as a youth developer, and coming here at the Omaha Public School as a youth mentor. My job has been always mentoring, and that is what I'm willing to bring to the board as a mentor and as a youth developer and as a community activist.
Okay. Now, I see that you have a couple of concerns as far as running for the Board of Governors.
Correct.
I see that transportation is one of them.
Correct.
What will be like the main key as far as the transportation on how you can bring metro area transit and metro together to come to the concern part of Elkhorn campus?
Correct. Over the years, the Metropolitan Community College and Metro Board Transit has have a difficulty making it accessible, especially transportation-wise. And my argument would be strong leadership. Need strong leadership that would be able to argue on behalf of the student who needed the transportation most. And to make transportation accessible to students is really important. I was a student, and I remember I come from a low-income family, and I didn't have that access to transportation that often. I didn't have the money sometimes, and it became very difficult for me to go to school. And at a time, sometimes I skip classes, and sometimes I go late to join the classes, and that have ended my ability to get to class on time, be able to listen, and be able to focus on things that I needed. So transportation to me is very important.
Okay.
To students, especially those who are commuting at home, coming to school, or those who are commuting from North Campus to Elkhorn area. Transportation is very important, and I would be able to argue that point to the Metro Transit community, to tell them we need that ability to be able to make transportation accessible to students, so that they can be able to get to classes on time, so that they could be able to have accessibility to focus on things that they need to be able to do. And that to lead to student being on time. More importantly, it make education accessible to them much more easier than when it is there when there is no transportation at all.
Okay.
So I think transportation is very good and it needed by these students.
Okay, and what are the other key factors as far as like running for the Board of Governors? I know we had transportation as one. Now what about the funding for, like the scholarship programs or et cetera, things of that nature? Is there any way that you can provide like more insight as far as that?
Yes, when I'm elected to the board, my main focus is to maintain the current tax levy. The current tax levy gives students scholarships. It maintains the benefits that a student need to be successful. And that also too, it gives the Metropolitan, make the operation affordable. It make operation accessible where the operation can be done because there is money accessible. And also too, it keep the light on, it pays for the teachers. And it pays for technology. That technology ought to be accessible to students, the teachers who are teaching, and also to the community as well, the surrounding communities, in which when they come to campus, or to those employers who want the employees to come to Metropolitan Community College, to make it accessible for everyone, mostly for the community and for students. So it is very important that we keep the current tax levy going, and maintaining it is very important. I don't want to cut taxes.
Okay.
I don't want to do that because I came from a very poor community, poor family, and it is the taxpayers who afforded me, who given me the opportunity. So to cut the tax levy right now, I think is not good for anyone. It's not good for our students, it's not good for community, and it's not good for our society moving forward. And it's not even good for our economy.
Okay.
So
what do you mean by like it won't be good? Like, can you give us a prime example? Like, if they decide to not have that transportation go
Correct.
to Elkhorn,
Correct.
like what would be the consequences of that situation?
Well, I think the main consequence will be economic, because it hindered economic development. Metropolitan Community College in itself, over the past few years, since 2012 up to now, has produced about $529 million, both into local economy and to the state economy. So Metro Community College, to me, is an asset to this community. And keeping it and making sure it is go on to the next generations of American is very important. And to make that happen is by maintaining the current tax levy, so that the student will be able to have the portability, have the benefit they need to keep the operations of Metropolitan go forward. So taking it away from the student, taking it away from the community itself, is not good for the community and it's not good for anyone.
So it would be like, let's per se, it would be like a heavy impact on the community if the tax levy changed, correct?
Definitely, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
I also want to focus on one thing. I think Metropolitan Community College Board of Governors has, I think there is more need for community engagement. There's more need for community to be involved at Metropolitan Community College. The more the community know, the more the community aware of the services Metro Community College offers, then the better off can everybody be. Because it led to transparency and it led to accountability. It makes the board understand the impact of things such as budget-wise. Because again, Metropolitan is a public college, therefore it depends on public taxes. So to create that, I think and I believe involving the community to be able to participate more widely and be able to know what is going on is very important, and we need the community to be engaged through neighborhood associations. Neighborhood association is a place where I believe, because we have them across our district, where information can be disseminated and where information could be able to be used by the members of the community who need to learn and who need to know what is going on around their community. And so I believe it is very strongly needed. And also too, I'm thinking if I'm elected to the board, I would be able to focus on the idea that we need to broadcast board agendas online so that the community will be able to see them.
Okay.
With that, it gives them that accountability that the board is doing things right. And it creates a sense of belonging that I belong to this community. I belong to this college. I am, after all, a product. Metropolitan Community College is a community college. Therefore, community ought to be able to know for sure what is happening.
Okay.
And ought to be able to have this idea of transparency and accountability, holding the board accountable on how the money is being used.
Okay.
And what is in the budget, first of all, is very important to me. I believe that information is important. Information is power. And everybody ought to know what is in it and what is not. And
Okay,
how
so
that
let's say,
affected them.
when you do run and you do be elected,
Yes.
what would be another focus as far as besides the transportation? What would be another focus on as far as Metro Community College, what they can do for the community, or as far as generating themselves? What else can be done?
Thank you. That is a good question. What else can be done? I look at it, we need to increase student enrollment.
Student enrollment?
Yes. Student enrollment is very important. It keeps, after all, what are we? We are Metropolitan Community College. And what we do is to educate the community, to make sure the future generations of Americans meet the careers they need to succeed. And when they meet those careers, that is why Metro is here at the best place. And that is why the community will be able to come in. It's an idea of creating lifelong learners so that whoever have an energy, or especially when it comes to returning students, for example, a person who has been working in carpentry for past 50 years or past 40 years want to enrich his or her skill. Metropolitan Community College is a good place for it. And I believe not only that, for high school students who are wondering what their careers may be, what can they try? Metropolitan Community College is the best place for it. They can come in for 2 years and try out whether Metro is good for them or whether the universities such as UNO is good for them or Creighton is good for them.
Okay.
So they could be able to come and learn something and learn the skill that they need to. Let's say, for example, nursing. Metro Community College has a good program for nursing and has a good program for art, such as design, where a student, and even to engineering, business courses, where a student comes in and they learn something new for themselves. And also later on, they could be able to transfer from Metropolitan Community College to a university if the student wanted it. If not, then they could be able to learn those skills and go right up to workforce. Okay. So it is good, and it is good for the community and for Metro itself. So that is why in student enrollment or increasing student enrollment is very important.
Okay, so do you have a certain idea to increase the enrollment? Like, what would be an idea? Is there anything that you're doing kind of wrong? Or is there anything that you can do to help make sure that they do increase the enrollment? Like, what would be your perspective? What would be an idea as far as giving it to showing them how to increase the student enrollment?
Correct. I will be able to do it in one way, and that one way would be to increase student enrollment. We need to harness the New American community. New American communities are here, and they are looking for new ways to be able to learn because they have intergenerational trauma when it comes to New American communities, poverty, but Metro Community College can harness in terms of healthy minds to be able to go to those communities and tell them, hey, we're here, we are a community, and we are a college. The skill that you need to succeed in this country, Metropolitan could be able to offer them. Now at the board, there is no one that could be able to have that ability to make sure they bring in those communities that are still underserved by Metropolitan. And I believe I'm the right person for the job, who could know the language, who understand the struggle, who could be able to talk and know for sure, because I am, after all, a person who came to this country without knowledge, without the skill, without even speaking the language. So I have to start through ESL courses. And also to these new Americans that are coming just like me. So therefore they will start from ESL courses, or somebody may be coming in with a better English than I do, and therefore can pick up where it needed to be. So, and those who don't know the English, especially when it comes to adult English classes, will be able to go to those communities and say, we have these classes. They are good for you, and you can be able to speak up, learn your English. In a matter of 2 years or 3, you could be able to integrate into American economy or into metropolitan economy. Be able to participate democratically in our community. So these are the things I believe Metro can do better when coming to new Americans. New Americans right now are the new source in which I believe we could be able to increase student enrollment. And also to those individuals who needed to be able to enrich these skills and become better in case to enhance their careers. So Metropolitan is a good college for anyone. And also too, the best part about Metro, for the last few years, 70% of Metropolitan community graduates stays in Nebraska, create jobs, both in local and state economy. So that is why student enrollment is very important. To increase it is very important, and to make sure we sustain that group going forward.
Okay, so as far as the enrollment, let's say you meet your required demands as far as the enrollment part.
Correct.
What would be the next focus as far as Metro itself?
The next focus would be making sure technology is very important to me and to the part of 21st century economy. Right now we have programs at Metropolitan Community College that can be able to make sure every student that would love to be able to learn new skills. Technology is affordable. Technology is accessible. You can be able to learn things such as computer program, which are available. You can be able to learn something business-wise, engineering. You can be able to learn automotive, how to be able to build them, break them down and build them. We have that courses at Metropolitan Community, especially at the South Campus area. Okay. So where a student could be able to build automotive, break them down and build them and learn those skills. They are needed right now. Also to Metropolitan Community College offers courses such as truck driving. If you want to be a truck driver, it is fast, and more importantly, it is a place where you can get a job immediately. When you become in centers such as one in Suffolk County or in Fremont or within the metropolitan community area, you could be able to learn those skills. Anyone can be able to afford it. It's at a affordable price, and with that affordability come to the responsibility as a student to learn. So I believe it is good for everyone, good for the economy itself, and good for the metropolitan operations.
Now, I understand that if you meet your requirements as far as enrollment, and they keep the technology.
Yes.
Now, how would you, let's say, keep it stable? Because you know how some people, they go to school and they may drop out because they're not interested. How would you keep their focus on to stay enrolled? How would you keep the students focused?
Well, I believe that has been happening already. Has been done by Metropolitan Community College, and I have to be given that position, or that if I was elected, there is a way in which I could be able to do it. Let's say, for example, a student is coming in with a problem, and that problem may take them a while to go out of the college for a certain time of period. Then later on they will be able to, there is no reason why we cannot keep their record. And there is no reason why we cannot remind them along the way, say, hey, this is what is going on from now, and this is what is happening in next few months or in about a year, are you still interested? To keep those options open for a student who are a little bit have difficulty at home or may have personal problems or things that are going on in their life. They would be able. We need to keep them in. We need to keep them and update them what the new things are happening in Metro. Okay. So we could be able to keep them up and therefore keep them in mind that we still need them and we need them to come back to be able to finish up their courses so that they can graduate on time and be able to go home and create jobs we need here at the metropolitan area.
Okay.
Yes.
So I see you have a lot of focus and you have a lot of time into this. That is a great thing, that, you know, helping out the community. We really appreciate that. So as far as like, I know they have been doing a lot of construction down there.
Correct.
Like, are they, I don't know if they have rent or not, but are they considering on-site campus housing? Are they considering that, or is it a possibility?
Yes, they're considering it and they're looking at it more into the future. If there is more need for it, if there is a need, there is no reason why it cannot be able to happen, especially campus housing. But now there is no more urgent need for it. And also too, I believe there will be more need for this space because Metro in the next few years, in my view, is going to grow. And when it grows, it needs more space, it needs more land. And with that, it comes with the hindrance. What can we be able to do? So that is a plan into the future because according to the projections, Metropolitan Community College is going to grow heavily for the next few years. And when it grows, not even Metropolitan itself, the community, the city of Omaha is going to grow, increase, bring in new Americans, bringing in new children being born. So yes, it makes the population is going to grow. So there will be more need for Metro itself, or more need in terms of learning. So it will be able to grow, and I believe there has to be new ways in which Metro and those with the vision like me could be able to see what can we do holistically to make Metro expand itself and also grow and increase the number and make sure trades are affordable at a reasonable price, so that I myself, I'm one of the people who went to universities. I went to college and university itself, and I've seen that if anyone out there would love to be able to, or doesn't like that, because that right now is a new skill. And when I say it's a new skill, I mean everybody is going to college, earning 4 years, want to go to university and get their diplomas or their degree and their masters. But what comes with that is a debt. So I see Metropolitan as a good college where anybody could be able to start at a cheaper price. Okay. And there is no one that go home with a lot of burden of thousands or hundreds of dollars going home with that. So it hindered, to me, it hindered economic growth, personal as individual, and affect your family and overall your health individually. Because you think about the debt that you carry every day, what am I going to do and how is this going to be accomplished and how am I going to get the next job? So with that, it is a struggle. So I believe Metro Community College is the right place, right price, low price. So there is no reason why those students who are in high school need to be trained, need to be given knowledge so that they can have that access going forward. When they want to make the decision, they could be able to choose whether going to college is the right choice or going to Metropolitan Community College is the right choice.
Exactly.
So, and that is where I see it, and that is where I would be able to tell him, because right now, again, new American communities are not well educated and do not know where, and many of them actually, do not know that Metro Community College is good for them, good for their own economic well-being, and good for their own community, their own families. So that's where I came in. I speak 5 languages. I'm more related to these communities than ever before, and would be able to be a good steward of the board so
Okay.
that the board could be able to understand where the new Americans come in, what are the things that affect them educationally or education-wise.
Okay.
So, and that is where I would be able to make great impact when I'm given the opportunity.
All right. So you can tell the people that, how to reach you. Can you get some contact information you can tell the guests?
Oh, yes, of course. You can reach me at nk2018.com. That is my website. You can learn more about the things that I've just said, maintaining the current tax levy, increasing student enrollment, engaging the community. These are the things that I will, and also to improving the quality of transportation.
Okay.
And making sure that we as a community have a decision to make coming May 15.
Okay,
So
well,
you can learn more at nk2018.com.
Okay, well, I truly appreciate you coming into our show.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate it.
Okay, and once again, my name is The Yard, and we're going to have to wrap this up, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. You guys have a blessed day. Peace.